Best sex positions for men, psychology and human behavior. Explained, when people talk about sex, the focus often stays on physical pleasure. But what truly defines satisfaction goes much deeper. Psychology plays a major role in how men experience intimacy and pleasure. The best position isn't just about physical control or performance. It's about confidence, emotional connection, and what the mind craves during the act. Let's break down the psychology behind some of the most fulfilling positions for men and what they reveal about human behavior. Missionary, emotional connection and confidence. The classic missionary position may seem simple, but psychologically, it's powerful. Eye contact, physical closeness, and facial connection activate feelings of trust and attachment. This position stimulates the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, creating a sense of love, safety, and emotional satisfaction. For many men, it fulfills a primal instinct to protect and connect with their partner, blending physical pleasure with emotional depth. Doggy style, dominance and raw energy. Doggy style taps into a completely different psychological state. It awakens primal instincts linked to dominance, control, and visual excitement. From a biological perspective, it triggers testosterone-related confidence and arousal. However, this position tends to create less emotional intimacy, making it more about passion and release rather than emotional closeness. Research suggests men dealing with stress or seeking quick gratification often gravitate toward this position. Woman, on top, letting go of control. This position offers men a rare chance to relax and release the pressure of performance. When the partner takes charge, men can enjoy the experience without the constant focus on control. It reduces anxiety, increases comfort, and promotes a more balanced dynamic of pleasure. Psychologically, men who are emotionally confident or comfortable with equality in relationships often prefer this position. It reflects maturity and trust. Spooning, comfort, intimacy, and long-term. Bonding spooning may not be as intense as other positions, but it offers deep emotional rewards. It's about warmth, closeness, and feeling safe with one another. For men in stable or long-term relationships, this position encourages emotional bonding, afterglow affection, and a strong sense of connection. It's less about performance and more about comfort, care, and lasting satisfaction. Final thoughts? There's no single best position for men. It depends on what the mind and body are craving in that moment. Dominance, intimacy, freedom, or comfort. True satisfaction comes when physical pleasure aligns with psychological fulfillment. Great sex isn't just about movement, it's about emotion, chemistry, and connection. Part 2. The hidden psychology behind men's sexual preferences. While physical pleasure is immediate, psychological satisfaction lasts longer, and that's what truly shapes a man's sexual experience. Behind every preferred position lies a deeper emotional need and a mental pattern formed by biology, upbringing, and past experiences. Let's explore how the mind and hormones influence those preferences. The role of hormones and brain. Chemistry. Sexual satisfaction for men is heavily tied to the brain's reward system. When engaging in sex, chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin flood the brain, creating pleasure, bonding, and relaxation. Different positions can trigger these hormones in unique ways. Missionary boosts oxytocin and serotonin, promoting calmness and trust. Doggy style heightens dopamine, linked to excitement and dominance. Woman on top balances dopamine and oxytocin, allowing pleasure and emotional ease. Spooning enhances serotonin and endorphins, producing comfort and long-lasting contentment. So, the best position depends on which mental state or hormonal balance a man subconsciously seeks. 2. The mindset behind. Performance society often teaches men to link sexual performance with worth or masculinity, but psychology shows that genuine satisfaction doesn't come from how Long or how strong, yet it comes from emotional presence and comfort. When a man feels emotionally safe, confident, and connected to his partner, his performance naturally improves. Positions that create closeness, like missionary or spooning, can lower anxiety and boost confidence, while positions like doggy style might serve as a release for tension or stress. Emotional expression. Through physical intimacy, every sexual position becomes a language of emotion. For example, a man choosing missionary may be seeking reassurance, intimacy, or love. Choosing doggy style may reflect confidence, or a need to express dominance. Woman. On top may symbolize trust and a willingness to be vulnerable. Spooning often shows emotional maturity and a desire for long-term bonding. Understanding. These subtle signals can improve relationships, as both partners learn to recognize what the other truly needs, emotionally and mentally. Mental fulfillment, beyond the act for men. The psychological after-effects of sex can define the entire experience. Feeling respected, desired, and emotionally connected after intimacy strengthens confidence and mental health. This is why communication before and after sex is just as vital as the act itself. The mind remembers emotional energy, not just physical pleasure. Final thoughts. Sex is psychological chemistry. Sex, for men, isn't only about the body. It's a mirror of what the mind desires: power, connection, freedom, or peace. Every position reflects an aspect of personality and emotional need. When physical touch and psychological understanding align, intimacy becomes more fulfilling, bonding becomes stronger, and confidence grows naturally. Part 3. The psychology of connection and relationship dynamics. When it comes to true sexual satisfaction, the mind often matters more than the body. Even the best position can feel empty if emotional connection and communication are missing. Sex is more than an act. It's a reflection of trust, communication, and shared understanding between two people. Let's explore how relationships and mental states influence male pleasure and desire. Emotional safety builds better performance. For most men, feeling emotionally secure with their partner boosts confidence in the bedroom. When trust is strong, anxiety decreases, performance pressure fades, and natural rhythm takes over. Research shows that men who feel accepted and emotionally understood are more likely to experience stronger arousal and satisfaction. In short, safety in love creates confidence in sex. Communication. The silent game changer. Many couples underestimate how powerful honest communication can be. Discussing likes, dislikes, or fantasies isn't awkward. It builds comfort and mutual respect. When men feel they can express their desires without judgment, their emotional and physical satisfaction increases. Positions become more meaningful when both partners feel heard and valued. Healthy communication strengthens not just the act, but the emotional bond behind it. Mental connection. Over physical performance, a strong mental connection often enhances pleasure more than physical technique. When two people share emotional energy, even simple touch can feel intense. Men who focus only on performance often miss out on deeper connection, the part that leaves lasting satisfaction. Real pleasure comes when both partners are mentally present, emotionally open, and physically in sync. How relationship quality shapes desire. Men in healthy, emotionally supportive relationships tend to experience better intimacy overall. Positive interactions outside the bedroom, like affection, respect, laughter, and shared experiences, translate into stronger sexual chemistry. When emotional distance grows, physical desire often fades. Sex becomes a reflection of relationship health. When the heart is full, desire flows naturally. The balance between mind and body, for men, perfect sex is a balance of two worlds, the physical thrill and the psychological connection. The body provides sensation, But the mind gives meaning, every touch, every position, and every shared moment becomes more powerful when it's fueled by emotional understanding. Final thoughts. The real secret to great sex. The best sex isn't about trying harder. It's about connecting deeper. It's not about control, dominance, or performance. It's about trust, vulnerability, and shared emotion. When men align their physical desires with emotional awareness, they unlock a more fulfilling and lasting intimacy. In the end, sex isn't just physical pleasure. It's emotional communication, mental chemistry, and the art of connection.